Hello, in this video we are going to be making a Christmas village pop-up card. You can find it on Design Space if you search my name or search the name of the card. Here we can see it's all set out, and on my table I have set it out in a similar way. It's mirrored. So we have the log cabin, we've got the Christmas tree, and we've got the church, and then we've got the card bits here. So first of all I'm going to move away the card so I don't knock it off the table. And firstly I like to go around and fold along all those score lines. So you can see all the score lines. So this part goes inside the steeple of the church. So fold along all those score lines. This part goes inside the roof of the church to help it fold when you fold the card. The roof. That one is the steeple. We do the same with the log cabin. So fold the roof. And the bit that goes inside its roof. If I remember it rightly, one has to go one way and one goes the other way on those. I think it's the same on the top. I'll just do that. It's a while since I last made a log cabin. I'll just take, right, so that one's got one there. That one's got one there. One there. And the tabs on the end. And the tab at the bottom. Alright, we didn't do the church, let's do the church. So on that, tab along the bottom, fold that in so it goes on the inside of the church, so you don't see it when you put the card together. And the tab on the end. And this goes inside the steeple. I think it goes in an M shape or a W, depending on which way you're looking at it. So, like that. So it's an M shape. And the chimney for the log cabin. That's got a little one there to help that fold when it folds up. And another one there. So that's the chimney. Then another M or W for inside. Chimney. Fold that up. And then this bit goes between the two buildings, so between the church and the log cabin. And this helps them both fold So I have to look carefully because only on one side of that fence is there a score line, the other one hasn't got one. And because that helps pull the house or not, we've got a bit, helps pull the buildings to make them fold and open and close. We've got a bit to go on top to reinforce it, because it does tend to wear out that bit. So we're going to reinforce that fence because it's quite a fragile piece. So we're going to reinforce it with this bit of fence. So we cut that down and we're going to stick it over there to make that stronger. The Christmas tree. So this is the base of the Christmas tree. Holds it all together when it's folded, slotted in. And then these, the base too. And that one. Got little score lines. There we go. I don't think that one's, nope. Right, I think we're ready to start now. I think that's all the score lines done. Right, let's start with the log cabin. We'll build the log cabin. So I'm going to use a mixture of glues. I'm going to use some Pritt stick and Yoo-hoo. Now we need to stick, so I'm going to turn it over, so that's the way it's going to fold together to form the house, with the tab going on the inside. So now I've got to put the face of the log cabin on the front. So I'm going to use Pritt stick or glue stick of your choice. Make sure it's got lots of glue on. Then just place that on top. Check that it's gone all the way to the edges. Then we're going to put this one, oh, stuck together, this one in. So I do the same again, lots of glue on. Stick that one on. Make sure it can still fold. Right, I'm just going to check to make sure I've stuck that on the right way by looking at this one. So underneath, the tab is on that side where the door is, so I'm going to have to move that. So one thing I like about Pritt stick, it doesn't stick it down straight away, you've still got time to move it. So I'll move it over there. So when you come to make it, you want the back of the log cabin next to the end tab, and then the one with the door will go here next to this tab. So the door goes in between the two with the gable ends, with the triangular roof. So that one goes goes in there. So, we can stick the door in. Oops. Stick the door in. And there. And the last one. And just stick that on. Go. And then we can glue those ends. I'll leave that to dry for a bit. While that is drying, oh no, we can put these on next actually. We'll do these. So I'll start with the triangle ones. So these are the decorations around the roof of the log cabin. Just go on like that, one on that one. And one on this one. And then one to go along the front of the house. Front of the log cabin, and then one on from the back. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to glue the chimney. So this is the chimney piece, a small one. So this bit here, can you see? So that bit on the end sticks to half of this bit there. And stick that bit there. And it should fold both ways. And so it makes a little chimney that sits on the roof. So the roof goes in that bit there, and it does fold flat. So if you squeeze along all of those folds, when it comes to fold the card, it will fold flat like that. So that's the chimney. Right, so we can glue. So for the tab I'm going to use Yoo-Hoo because it's a bit stronger than the Pritt Stick, and it still gives you a bit of time to wiggle if you need to. Just a little bit on the tab. log cabin together. So it should fold nice and flat either way. There we go. So that is now, I can never get used to these camera angles. There we go, there's the flap in there. So just glued it down on this side. Okay, and then that tab will go on the inside. So now we are ready to put the inside of the roof. So for the roof, you've got your roof and the support inside. Now this is going to sit, don't know if you can see that, just inside. So you've got a bit each end, a bit each end. So you're going to glue one tab on that side of the roof and one tab on the other side of the roof. Again, I'm going to use Yoo-Hoo, so it is a bit stronger. I'm going to put the glue on both of those tabs. Oh, get out a bit quick. And then that is going to go inside the roof. It should go along your folded line like that. So then next, these end tabs glue to the inside of your log cabin. So one way, one the other. So they are going to glue inside like that, and then that one inside like that. Again, I'm going to use the Yoo-Hoo, so it's stronger. I'll do one at a time because it does get a bit tricky, although I'll put the glue on and I'll manoeuvre it. But one at a time. Glue strings. So one on that side and one on this side. So that one there, and then that one on that side. So then when it folds flat, it should all fold down like that. There we have the roof. So underneath you can see the triangle glued on there and the tab on there. Turn it over and you've got the same on the other side. Tab on here and the triangle on there. Just going to leave those open a bit just while it dries. Right, so now you get your M, little M, to go inside your chimney. Now, or W, I might do it a W, so we do it that way. and that just goes in side there. You can glue it, or you can just leave it that it sits in like that. I might put a little bit of glue on. I'm going to use the Pritt stick this time because it's a bit easier. So on the ends of the M, so then this goes in this way. So let me just move those so you can see that against the dark. So I've got my M going in like that. Push it in, like that, and then it should spring open now. So that helps it spring open. So you can see inside it looks like that, and that's the top. And that's how it closes. So then that sits this dried. There we go. So then that sits on top of that. And you can glue that now. So if you put some glue in here, it will glue it onto there. You could actually, if you wanted to, I'm going to take that out because it's not quite dried yet. You could glue that onto your roof. Let's do that. Let's glue it onto the roof. So we put glue all on this, all on one side. And then we can glue it on to our roof. Oop. So it's like that. See? Yep. And then those bits go up inside your chimney. So that goes on. So that literally just slots on. Oop. Those two pieces. And if you get your weeding tool, you can press it. So just on the inside, I'm just pressing that card down to make sure it's stuck. And the other side. There we go. Our chimney is on. And there we have our little foldable log cabin. So he's ready. Next we will do we'll do the Christmas tree. So I've got all my baubles. I've just chosen one colour for my baubles. We've got the different sizes. So take the big pieces and slot the two middle pieces together. So these make the middle of the Christmas tree. So you've got a slot there down the middle and up the middle of that one. So they're going to literally slot together and they form your Christmas tree. Now this bit goes, you can see there is a little cut just in, can you see it, just in the base of that one of the bottoms of the Christmas tree, the bigger pieces. A little cut there. That is where this piece sits in. Get it in. That piece, when it's folded, will sit in there. Can't get it in, whole fingers and thumbs. So that bit sits in. And it holds, you put glue on these bits, these tabs here, and it holds the cross pieces. So it keeps those in. So they go there. So that keeps the tree together. Stops it falling out. So I'm going to do that bit first. Fiddly. Use the Pritt stick. And glue stick. Oop. And we are going to slot it on the base of the Christmas tree. So it holds it all together. And it doesn't want to stick today. Sticking to my fingers rather than the tree. I just hold it for a few minutes. Nope. There. We get there. So now it is holding the base of the tree all together. Right. Huh. So now we can slot in the other pieces. So do the sides or front and back, slot them in, and then slot the next ones because they've got to go into those slots there as well. That one. There we go. One in. I'll turn it around and do the other side. The middle slot, and then the two outer slots. There we go. And there's our Christmas tree. It should fold nicely either way. And we can put the star together. So the star has, one's got one slot, one's got two, so that little slot is so it sits on top of the tree. So the bigger slots slot together, and then that little slot makes it sit on the tree, like that. So then when it folds, it all folds together. And now we can decorate it with the circles, with our baubles. So, oop. This may take a little bit of time. And you just put them on. Wherever you'd like them. fold it a different way. Let's put some on this side. Oh, didn't go. There it is. Stayed on the glue. Down at the bottom. Another one. Let's turn it again. Oh, I'll do some on that side, I think. Let's have a look. You can see where we've not got any wobbles. Let's put one in here. And in there. Stuck to my finger. Let's put one. This side's not got many. Let's go on here. One at the top. This side's not got many either. Let's go on this side. One in there. Oh, stuck to my finger. Oh, nope, still stuck on my finger. I suppose you could have decorated it before I put it all together. Might have been a bit easier. But hey ho. That's the one there either. The only thing with doing it before, you might not see how close together you put some of them. Whereas here you can see where they're spaced out. Oh, stuck on the glue again. There we go. One there. That'll do for now. Right. You can always add more later. The star back on. A lid on you for a bit. So these are the bits that go in the card. So these slot. It's not stuck very well, is it, on there? These slot into the slots on the base of the Christmas tree. So we want it to go like that. So these slots, you're making like a box. One there. And that one. And there. So you've got two. And then we do the other side. So we need to make sure, because these interlock with this one as well. So you need to make sure you've got one from the bottom and then one from the top, so they interlock. So I need to fold that way. And that one goes in the base of the tree. And that one. That makes like a grid, and then these interlock. So then I think the tab goes that way, we'll see it later on. But yeah, the tabs fold out that way. They will slot into the base of the card. So interlock these two and flaps, and so they should go like that, like that. So then it opens and closes like that. So then the tree opens and closes, and it will stand up like that. So there's the tree done. Right. Don't need those bits just yet. Now for the church. Okay, there's spare baubles. We might use them, we might not. Let's put them over there. Now for the church. So, first of all, stained glass windows. We will do those first. So you need some felt tips, and you're just going to colour to make the stained glass windows. So there's the one on that end. Yeah, it is. Just there and around this side as the tree. Stained glass windows. So I'm going to leave that there so we can see it. So I have some felt tips. We'll have a yellow, nice orange. We'll have a bit of a red and a pink and a blue, and then a grey to do like lead lined for the window. Right, start off with the lighter colours. I'm just going to put a little spot there or there. Doesn't matter if you go out of the lines because you won't see that bit. That's that one. Same one here. On this one, I did like a ring, like a sun or a big sunflower. And then a bit of orange. So you're generally just filling up your stained glass windows with some colour. And put orange in the middle there. Oh, didn't pick any green, did I? We'll have some green. A bit of pink. It's all like flowers on there. Do the green. Do green. Green on here. And on this one, I'm going to do like a vine. Bit of red. Red. Now I can't remember which blue I liked, so let me just try that out. Oh, I think I like that one. Wasn't that one? Let's go with some of this one. Turquoisey blue. Go around. Might just go back over it with pink, fill in any white bits. And then we get the grey, and we're going to do like stained glass window, so as though the lead line, so we'll go, so it doesn't have to be straight, they can be patterned, wavy lines. did I do it on that one? I can't remember. No, I just did dots on that one. So maybe I'll just leave that one like that, I think. Oh, and then this one needs it as well. So this one has there we go. Right, that's those done. So now we are ready to stick them inside our church. So we'll start with the circle. Put some glue on the inside of the church. So remember the tab goes on the inside. So we'll put some glue. And we can line up our stained glass window with the hole on the front. That's the front of the church. And we glue it around the edge, the back of the church. And line it up. And then we can stick it down. There we go. So stained glass window at the back. Now for the side windows. Whoops. Again. Turn it over so we can line it up. Stained glass windows. And again, this one. Oh, can't get hold of it. There we go. And we line it up. Make sure it's stuck down. There we go. And then we've just got to stick the door on. So the door, now you might want to draw with the black pen just a line, straight line down the middle, and then two like door handles. So really easy, line down the middle and two little door handles. And then that is going to glue on the door. So you just need to make sure that it lines up with the bottom of the door. Make sure it's nice and lined up at the bottom along there. So that's everything stuck in. We turn it over, so we've got our doors and our stained glass windows. And then we can glue the tab. So Yoo-hoo again, stronger glue. Just a bit on the tab. Put the lid on. And then over, make sure it lines up. Make sure you can fold it both ways. And the tab's on the inside. Snap it. And now we've got the same again with the roof. Now, so glue on these two tabs. And that is going to sit inside the roof, tab either side. So you've got a tab either side along that fold line, so that it opens and closes. And you fold the card, and then again these two triangles are going to go on the inside of the church. A little bit of glue. Triangle on that bottom triangle, and then that triangle goes on here. And that bottom one. And then tabs in the way at the minute. So you should see it all line up, and I fold it the other way. It should open and close. Open. So there we go. So looking from the inside, you can see the two tabs on the roof. Tab either side. So then it folds flat either way. Okay, so now we're ready for the steeple. Let's pull that out for a minute so it sits. So, the steeple. Right, so we've got the cone bit first of the steeple, so you're going to glue that tab. I am going to use Yoo-hoo, so it's a bit stronger. Fold it flat to make sure it's glued. So you can fold it flat along each of those score lines now. That forms like a hexagon bottom and a cone top. So this, like the chimney, so this tab end goes on one half of this, so that goes on top of there. So again, I'm going to use Yoo-hoo. And stick that side, so we're sticking this tab on top of that side. So you just need to make sure it all folds nice and flat. does either way. So then this bit sits on your church, and these long pointy bits are going to be glued inside of here. Now you need to line up so that's going to be glued in there like that, so it'll fold flat, so then when it pops open it all pops open. So we need glue on both sides, and then you can pop it in the middle so it goes all the way, and then we can glue that on. So I'm going to use a bit, just a little bit of Yoo-hoo. On either side. To pop the steeple on. Squash it on both sides. I just check to make sure it'll open. There we go. So if you look inside, you can see where it's stuck. There we go. So then that sits on top of there. But again, we need our M or our W, just like we did with the chimney. That's going to go inside of there. Make sure I put it in the right way around, that way around. So that's going to stick in there, and then we're going to stick that on. So we've got to decide which end, or if you're going to pop it in the middle. I'm going to go for the middle. So let's stick it on the roof of the church first. I'll put one bit of glue because then they're going to go on the inside of the steeple. So a bit of glue on. Put it on the roof. Going to go there. Whoops! It is going to go there. And then that all matches up with those tabs. So then when we pop it open, it opens too. We close it, it'll all squash flat. We pop it open, it all pops open. Right, that's that bit and that bit done. So now, like on this one, I've got to fix it all together. So we're going to pop in this bit, so we need to reinforce this fence bit first. So I'm going to cut it to about there. We could do it twice. I could reinforce it on both sides, but I'm just going to do it on the one side. Keep that bit, you never know what you might need a bit of fence for. So then that is going to stick on top of there, and I am going to use Pritt Stick for this one, just because it's a bit easier to get the glue on. There we go. That just makes it a bit firmer. So then these are going to go inside that. So we don't need to put that over there. That one's going to go on this side. So the door is at that end. And that goes on there. And that one is going to go on that side. So let's just, or is it? Ha ha! We'll have a look in a minute. Let's bring over the card base. So this will eventually go in the middle of there. Let me just move my holly and berries. So I need to fold this along its score line. That's folded that. This one has got 3 score lines. And because it's quite thick with the 2 buildings in it, we have 3 score lines. So there is one in the middle, so you should be able to just fold the card in half. Go all the way along that score line. And then there is another one. About millimetre, 2 millimeters away from the middle. You can see just there. Take your time with that bit, so you've got some nice neat folds. So that's 2 of them. Now I need to do the one on this side. So I've just gently gone along the fold line, the score line. You can see, look, so then that gives us a thicker spine where it makes it easier. So we've got a thicker spine, makes it a bit easier when we come to fold the card. Right, so let's figure this out. So that goes down the middle of your card, but we're not going to stick it in just yet because we need to put the tree in first. So the tree, these tabs, let's flatten the tree. So we've got tabs either side, so these 2 tabs are going to go in this one and then the other 2 in that one. So do one at a time. So they go in there, and then we're going to glue those in place. I'm going to do some yoo-hoo. And we're going to put the glue on, and we'll glue those in place. And then we'll do the other 2. So those 2 are in. And now we can pop the other 2 in. They just need to go glue those. String right, so when you open it, it should open the Christmas tree. So there's the Christmas tree, all stuck in. So it opens. Right, now, so the church tab. Oh, I folded it the wrong way. So the church tab says to go on that side, which means my door's facing this way. I wanted my door to face that way. I folded it round the wrong way when I put it together. Never mind, we might be able to sort that out in a minute. Right. We have the tab on the right side of the log cabin. That's going to go in, that's going to go here. That's going to sit there like that. This goes along the front of the log cabin, so along the front of the log cabin and then along the side. And because we've got the tab in the right place, we do not need these tabs, so I can cut those tabs off. I left the tabs on here just in case. Just going to re-stick that fence bit now so it's not quite stuck, just in case you do what I've done on the church and folded it round the wrong way, and now my tab was in the wrong place on the church, so we can use the tabs that are on here. But because we've got that one in the right place, we can cut the tabs off this side of the fence. So this one, a long one in the long bit of the cabin, short bit goes in the short side, and we've got the tab, so I can cut these two tabs off. So I can do that now. So I cut those two tabs off. I don't need those because we're going to glue that inside of there in a minute. So then for the church, so that's going there like that. So the church, we've got the short side at the front, which doesn't need a tab, so we can cut that tab off. And then we've got the long side, which does need a tab. Now, my tab was on the wrong side on my church, so I've cut my tab off my church, and I'm going to use the tab that's on the fancy bit. So now, because otherwise my door would have been facing that side, and I wanted it to face the same side as the door on the log cabin. So we don't need those tabs. I knew there was a reason why I'd left those tabs on there, and that is why, in case you make a mistake like me. Right, so now to get this bit to go on there, we have to cut slightly up the corner of the church and up the corner of the log cabin. So where this is going to sit like that, we need to cut halfway down. That should be alright because it goes down to the fence, and then halfway up these two corners on the church. So halfway up, halfway up, and then that. Actually, we didn't need to do that one, just that one corner. Oh, I've not made this in ages, and that's why I'm not quite sure I remember what I'm doing. But I need to cut it a bit more. So then that slots, because that's going to go on the inside, and that slots over there. That's it. So then it slots in like that, and we've got the tab where we need the tab for the church. So now I'm going to put some glue on that, and we can stick that inside our church. We get there in the end. Glue on here. And glue on here, not on the tab yet, just to stick it to the inside of our church. That's going to slide down, that's just sitting inside of there, but that one is going to slide in there. So then it's all, we've got our tab, and it's all stuck inside. So we end up with the tab where we need the tab, the inside of the fence, so we had to cut a little slit all the way up to there, so the slot's over the fence, and that's going to sit there. So then the next one, this one, because we've got the tab in the right place on our log cabin, got that bit right, this one just needs a little cut in this corner so it will slot over the fence. So a little cut in the corner, halfway up, and then we can put glue on here to glue inside our cabin. And glue in there. That slots over our fence. That slots inside. Cabin. Make sure it's all glued inside. Make sure it can flatten both ways. That one. So now they are attached by the fence. So now the doors are both facing in, that's the way we wanted it. And we've got the tabs on the right side. Right, so now we can stick the tabs on. So the tabs are going inside so you can't see them. So we're going to do one at a time. So we'll do the church first. We'll stick that one on. Glue on the tab. I'm going to line it up with the rectangle on here. And just make sure it's stuck down. It's all lining up. Oh, hold him that way, he should fit inside our card. Yes, that's alright. So now we have got to fold, glue on the other one. Okay, so let's put some glue on. A lid on my glue. And to line it up with the rectangle on the card, which is a bit tricky. So it's stuck in. It should now all close. That's not stuck in. All close together. Right, we are ready to stick it to, I've got glue on my mat, stick it to the base card. Right, let's just make sure this steeple is in. It is, that's alright. We'll do one side at a time. I'm going to put glue on the paper. I'm going to line it up with that. Actually, we're going to do it this way. Turn you around. I'm going to line you up this way so I can see it better. Line it up. And then that should button down. Then we can do the other side. We'll see. We'll see. Button down. We're stuck, and the houses are stuck. Right, we can finish with the holly and the berries. Put the berries on first. I'll use a Pritt stick. One in each corner. Oh, in this corner. I've got that. One in this corner. Last one. And this corner. I think that corner needs gluing down a bit. Right. There's spare bits we don't need. Spare baubles. Now it should move around and close, and you can decorate the front. And there you have your pop-up village.